Hi, everyone. I hope today's speech will be not very boring because I understand that it's the last speech for today. But on the other hand, I feel myself like a cherry on a cake. That's why I will try to do this speech memorable for everyone. So, what exactly is lifelong learning? I think everyone knows, yes? If you go to Google, you will find tons of different information about everything that you want to know. But information is not knowledge. Some of us think I will know all instruments, all methods, all information about different industries, and I will be on the lifelong learning way. But how it works? Does the information will come and change your life? Will it transform your life standards? That is the question. Maybe all this information like boxes in one room, and you don't know what to do with these boxes. And if you can't build something new from these boxes, you can't use it, and you can't even measure to what extent it will change your life. Will it change for better or for worse? How it will impact on society? That is the question. And now if we go to my story, if you go to my story of lifelong learning, it starts from a childhood. I was born in a small city in Kazakhstan. I was like an absolutely distinguished person with my school achievements, but I didn't think about going somewhere, doing something. I was thinking in one line. I will complete my school, graduate from university, then marriage, because as Elena said, we need to be married before 30s. Then I think I will have children and then go to work. That was the plan. On the one hand, it's a great plan, yes? Everything like for the standard situation. But what happened then? One summer, I traveled from one city to another city. And in the train, because it's a long journey, we speak with other people. And at that time, I met one boy. He was just 1 year elder than me. So I was around 13, he was 14. But his story about his way of learning was absolutely different. He was also learning, he was also trying to do his career in the future. But the way how he was doing this and mine was absolutely different. Look here, just see. He speak about international companies. He speak about foreign education. He speak about different communities and about his relatives everywhere. And he was so open to this idea, like everything will be like this. I will just do this, then go there, and it happens in his life. And then I think about myself. Why I am thinking in this box? Why I am thinking like I need to be the person like in standard movies with a happy ending? Why I need to follow this idea? So I just changed my mind. And from that point, I understand that I need to move for my own way of lifelong learning. Of course, at that time, I didn't know that this is lifelong learning. It was just something that I want to follow. So I moved from my small city to the capital city, started education at university, then graduate from university, then won 2 scholarships for foreign education, then work in the big projects. We did a lot of big projects in our government. We completely work with entrepreneurs. For example, we work for 30,000 entrepreneurs each year for 5 years. And it was enormous amount of people with whom we work. And during that time, I understand that everything is based on our mindset and everything is based on education. We can't educate people in one day, but we can transform their mindset. And that was the point. From that point, I just moved to the next one. What was the next point? The next point was that I started my own programs. For now, we have our own program. our own company. In my team, I work with 70 people. It's a different trainers and mentors who works with me in different projects. And even today, some of my team members came with me here, and also our women from our mentorship programs. So starting building our own community of people who want to change their life is a great idea. That was the next point. But then I realized that lifelong learning, it's not only about degrees, it's not only about certificates, it's about our personality. Just think, nowadays we have technology that is reshaping industries, especially artificial intelligence, yes? Everything changing so quickly. And if we believe to the job report, we will see that in 2027, it will be about 14 million people who will lose their job. How do you think why? Well, it's not about economy, it's not about politics, it's not about climate change and other things. It's about specialty. So everything is changing very quickly. And lifelong learning in this way helps us to be resilient and to adapt to all these changes that happens around us. We can't just stay in one place with our graduation certificate or diploma or whatever it will be and say, I'm a specialist, I will work in this area for 40 years. It doesn't work like this anymore. Yes? And have you heard about Benny Worlds? Raise your hand if somebody heard about Benny World. Okay. So what is it, Benny World? As you see from letters, it is 4 letters, and each letter it's abbreviation. So each letter speaks about something very meaningful. So first of all, B. What is it? It is brittle. I think everyone now understands that the world is really very brittle. Everything could be broken in one day. We understand it when COVID came to our life. Because we live in our standard life, and then something happened. We didn't believe at the beginning. We think that everything will be going as it goes before. But then, what happened? Everything was broken. It's not about money, businesses, it's about lives. That's why it was very brittle. And the world now is the same. We work now, we dream now, we believe in different things, but we don't know what will happen tomorrow. That is the point. The second thing, A, anxious. As you see, the world now has a lot of information. And because of this, we have a lot of pressure on our brain, on our nervous system. Yes? Do you feel it every day at work, in your own business, everywhere? We feel pressure from outside. And we can't just manage this like, okay, I will manage this, I will breathe deeply, and then it goes. No, it doesn't work like this. We need deeply work with our nervous system, and that is anxious. And what is it? Non-linear. Our world now is non-linear. Have you ever read the book of Nassim Taleb, Black Swan? If yes, you know what I'm talking about. If no, you will still understand. Non-linear, it means something that we can't predict. If you go to mathematics, because I'm finances by my first degree, everything in risk management can be counted for 99.9%. So what does it mean? That everything in this box can be counted. And then we can assume this and then make decisions. But non-linear, it means something that here is predictable. But who knows what will be here and here? No one. So maybe sometimes we need to think out of the box. That is non-linear. And the last one is I, which means incomprehensible. So the world now is so complex at the same time, but at the same time very easy. For example, if you know the rule of Oprah Winfrey, who said many years ago, I don't know exactly how many, but the idea was, if you work in one area for 10,000 hours, you will be a great specialist. And then the success will come for you, definitely will come. But what happens now? You can work for even 20,000 hours or 30,000. Or some person will come and do this in 5 hours. Just imagine. Sometimes it looks like a lucky story, yes? Sometimes it looks like a hard work. So who knows how it will be? That means incomprehensible world. And in this world, we can't just say that lifelong learning is something that we can learn from books, from trainings, from seminars. It's a different thing. So how to build lifelong learning culture? First of all, less information, more knowledge. What does it mean? More valuable knowledge that will transform your life. What does it mean? It means don't think that knowing all techniques, methodics, different instruments will change your life. Everything starts from your mindset. So work with your mindset and work with the courses or trainings that will change your mindset. And after that, all instruments that you will apply in your life will work better, more effectively, and you will satisfy with this. What is more important? The second thing is reflection. Everyone who is studying something, on every stage, think about reflection. Maybe, but maybe not. If not, just start to do it in your daily routine. What does it mean? Reflect on your goals, on your values, and on your acts. Why do you do this? Why it is important for you? Is it important for you or for someone else? That is the idea. So reflection is the key to start lifelong learning. You don't need very expensive courses or going somewhere to find something. It is inside you. And it starts from your reflection. And finally, the third thing is listening to environment. We need to listen to environment around us, because environment learns us every day, and it learns us better than books and degrees. Why? Because in each situation, even today's conference is a learning environment. Maybe some new ideas will come to your mind. Maybe it will not change your life tomorrow, but maybe it will bring changes maybe in 2 years, who knows? Because we are different. But the main idea with learning the environment, believing in yourself and believing in your environment. Even in our course, I have known Svetlana, Elena, and other speakers for 4 months. We chat all this time. We have Zoom conferences. We prepare to this conference. And what is interesting, from each person, I can take something to me. I hope they also can take something from me. So that is the idea of two-way streets, yes? Because each person gives me something that I think is maybe not impossible, but difficult to me. But when I see from outside, I understand that, okay, it's not so difficult. I see how other people do this. So I also can do this. So learning environment is very important. And to understand lifelong learning, you need to work with yourself. And what is important, don't fix your mind and don't fix yourself. Just trust to environment and to yourself. And everything in your life started changing. How it works? You will have new contracts, you will have new clients, you will have new businesses, you will have new environment around if you are open to this new environment. If you have open mindset and you understand that everything is on the way. So our life is like a journey. So it's not like a strict achievement or strict goal somewhere when you will 80. It is a journey, and we are on this journey. Testing something, failing sometimes, winning sometimes, it doesn't matter. The main idea is experience. That's why lifelong learning is so important for our lives. Thank you very much.